Hey, what's up, Amazing? It's Coach Ed here, and this is Coach Ed's Amazing World of Sports. Today, I'm going to continue on in the series that I started, Women in Sports. It's about an article that I saw online about two young ladies out in Oklahoma and what they did for their local high school sports program. So I'm going to get into that, the article that I saw online, talk about it, give you my insights. But before I do that, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification button so you know when I do post new content, share on all your social media platforms. And if everyone would be gracious enough to hit the like button, it helped me continue to grow my channel. So thanks a lot. What we're going to do is I'm going to share the article with you guys. So this way you can see, the story that I'm talking about. Here's the story. I found it on Football Scoop. It's titled Facing a Forfeit. Two unlikely participants stepped up so their high school could play. Um, I'm basically talking about a small Oklahoma school, what they were facing. Over the last several years, it seems like there's been an increase in the amount of high school games that are getting canceled due to everything from teams not getting their helmets back, from reconditioning at the beginning of this fall, to a lack of available players, and that's true. I've seen it throughout the years that a multitude of different things have impacted the play of games sometimes. So that's definitely a true statement. This weekend, Wewoka High School in Oklahoma was facing a Week 4 game against Mounds High School in Oklahoma that they were going to have to forfeit, being down 8 players for a variety of reasons. They shared on social media. To keep that from happening, two unlikely participants stepped forward. Seniors Natalie Davis and Kaylee Ramsey stepped way out of their comfort zones to put on shoulder pads and a helmet to make sure Wewoka would have a game. Davis stepped in and punted and kicked, corralling a bad snap to boot a 42-yard punt while on her first attempt, while Ramsey played safety and wide receiver in addition to a role on the kickoff team. According to various local reports, the two young ladies knew a thing or two about playing shorthanded. During the course of their softball season last year, they played with just 8 players due to a lack of participation. Now, that's important to me. It's important because it shows that, number one, they have pride in their community, in their high school. They're team players because they're willing to sacrifice and do whatever it takes to help their team and their community. They know the pain of what it's like to be shorthanded and face the possibility, if not, definitely had to forfeit games, because that is a painful thing. As a competitor, you want to compete. You want to go out there and you want to play the game that you love. So, to be able for these two young ladies to step in and help their football team, that's definitely courageous. And it also, like I said, shows that they're team players. It was pretty hard to play softball this year because most of the days we only had 8 to 9 players, which, just like the football boys, it's hard to play without enough players or even extra players in case of injuries, Callie shared. I wanted to show my fellow athletes and students that it's okay to go out and play a sport you have never played before, just so your hometown team wouldn't have to forfeit their games or even the season. You don't necessarily have to be good at the sport, but be willing to go out there, have fun, and give it your all. The support we received last night was amazing, and we never expected anything. We just wanted to help. Natalie and Kelly stepping forward to take on a role to make sure their friends could play on a Friday night took a ton of courage. While Wewoka came up short on the scoreboard that night, judging from the smiles on their faces, last Friday was a night they're going to remember in that community for a long time. Credit to the coaches at Wewoka for finding a way that the two could participate safely. And you can find this also on the Wonka Twitter page. There are the pictures of the young ladies. I mean, she's here smiling and having a good time. And that's what it's about in the end, especially at, the high school youth level. Just let the kids go out there and have fun, play the game, be with their teammates, build camaraderie. If you've ever played at that level, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes the camaraderie and being out there with your teammates, it sticks around with you for the rest of your life. And it's something that's always special. And, as my series is talking about the importance of women in sports, these two young ladies are indicative of what I'm talking about. We need more young ladies like them to go out and compete and be a part of the sports industry. It's important, not only just, to be out there on the field and playing the game, but what it teaches, because sports teaches a lot. Competition, life itself is competition. You go out there looking for a job, you're competing. How do you overcome adverse situations? Being part of a team, if you're if you're in a workforce, you have to sometimes be a team, sacrifice. Sports teaches so much. And it's something that I've always felt is important, that you have young people, no matter what type of sport, be a part of the sporting in the sports world, and competing, learning how to compete and face adverse situations and how to overcome those adverse situations. And for these two young ladies, they definitely have it down pat, and I want to commend them. They are phenomenal young ladies. So Natalie and Callie, Coach Ed says, great job. You deserve all the praise, and I truly respect you, and good luck. So, you know, thanks for tuning in today. I'm going to have the link to the article in the description. In the comment section, let me know what you think. What do you think about these two young ladies? Do you have other stories that are similar to this, especially dealing with women or even just young kids in general, that you feel that they need to be highlighted and put out there and commended for what they do in the sports world? So if you think that I'm way off base in what I'm feeling and thinking, go ahead, let me know what you think. I just want to hear what you guys all have to say and think. So, that's pretty much it. So, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I definitely did, in reading this story. It's just a good, heartfelt type of a story. And it leaves me feeling that being a part of the sports world is definitely something I definitely appreciate, and I'm glad that I'm a part of. So you guys, I hope you find stories like that, you feel the same way. So um, have a blessed night, and you know what I always say in sports: make sure you turn it on and turn it up. Peace.